Today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be part of a 3-video series that talks a little bit more about your approach, your mindset to singing, because I think it's so important. Your mind plays a lot of tricks on you, and depending on your attitude toward your own voice and toward your singing and toward your training, there are going to be things that have a profound effect on you. Okay, I just wanted to propose a question. Are you letting anyone stop you from singing out? Are there people who have said something, whether it's be negative or just a question, that have made you doubt your skill or your legitimacy? Like, should I even sing? Is it legit for me to want to sing? Does anybody even want to hear me? If anybody in your life has ever said anything, whether it's a parent when you were young or some relative or a friend, if someone said, well, you're singing out of tune or you're not hitting the pitch correctly or something about your voice, chances are that from that time on, you were not just free anymore. Is it hard for you to stand in front of people and just sing out and not be apologetic about your voice and how you sound? Now, of course, there's always room to improve. There's always room to learn something, but here's the thing, there's a big difference between you having the attitude of, okay, I have this skill and I want to develop it, just like someone who plays an instrument, which is totally legitimate. I'm taking lessons, I'm getting better, I'm working on it. That doesn't mean I'm perfect at this point right here, but I'm doing my best. And I still have a legitimate reason to sing because it's fun, I love it, and music is just amazing. But there's a difference between that attitude and the attitude of, if someone ever says anything, I think I should shut up. I don't have no right to sing. I should apologize. Sorry, people, that you even have to listen to my voice. I know I'm torturing you. Do you ever catch yourself having that attitude, being very apologetic? And if someone comes up to you even after a performance or after you sing and they say, well, something was great, then you already, before they even have a chance to say anything, you say, well, you know, I know it wasn't my best, but like I had a cold or I just didn't have a good day, or oh, my voice was a little bit raspy. Do you find yourself apologizing for just having the voice you have? Don't apologize. I want you to be more confident in yourself. And here's the thing. Why? I mean, there's a video coming about this. Why is it that for singers, it seems to be so different? Like, everyone accepts the fact that when you learn an instrument, there are lessons you take. You start out at a very basic level. You sing basic things, or you play basic things. And then when you get more advanced, then you can do the harder stuff. Why is it that everyone expects someone who sings, like, well, either you can sing and then you can sing anything in the world, even the hardest stuff, or you just can't sing and just don't do it even at all. Don't even bother. Why is that? Your voice, just because it's inside of your body, it doesn't mean you can't train it or that there's not any space to develop it. It really gets me. It makes me so upset sometimes because there are so many people out there who think, well, why am I even doing it? I love doing it so much, and their joy is dampened. It's like their joy is taken away the moment says something negative about you, and the voice is different in some respect because it is much more personal. Now, an instrument, when something's wrong with it or it's broken or it doesn't have a beautiful sound, you can just blame it on, like, well, it's an older piano. Well, this is not an older piano, but, well, the piano is just old and that's just the way it's going to sound. And no one says, well, you should not be playing that old piano because that piano does not sound as beautiful as a new Steinway. So why are you even playing it? Well, because you want to learn something with it, right? So it's the same with your instrument, your voice. You have the voice you were given, and that's wherever you are at this point of time, that's the skill level you're at. Doesn't mean you shouldn't try to get better. It doesn't mean you should already be perfect. Please, don't let anyone tell you to stop singing just because they have that perception of, like, everyone who sings is amazing. No, that is not the case. There are many very famous singers who are amazing. They started somewhere and they didn't start out being perfect. They started with some level of skill, some more, some less, and then they developed it. They had experience, they just did a lot. Maybe they had lessons or they had a lot of performances. They did something to get better. They did not start out there. We only get the end part of their story. Same with success for every other person in the world. We only see their story from the time they had success. But we don't see ever what came way before that. All the trials, all the failures, all the hard stuff, all the rejections. We don't see that. Now, if you can get through that, if you can keep your mindset on the goal, on the prize, and say, it's something I want to learn, I'm gonna be working on it, and no one's gonna tell me no, I promise you're gonna make much better progress. It doesn't mean you shouldn't work hard. That skill isn't important. You need to develop your craft. It's a craft and an art. And in the next 2 coming videos that are coming up in the next week, I will talk more in detail about some of that. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know in the comments, where are you at with your mindset? Do you doubt yourself, or are you completely confident? Is there something you can still work on? Have a wonderful day. Check out all my free resources on my website, masteryourvoice.tv. Enjoy my free Facebook group, Master Your Voice, because we can carry on the conversations there, and there are people who understand where you're at. They're in the same boat. They're not going to put you down. Have a most wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Always keep on singing. Let the sky fall.